Beaver, away!
And welcome back to Critscast. We are covering the TFNew Cup, the upper brackets, round 2 of the upper brackets, featuring Team 1 and Team 7 this time around on CP Process. I am Regen, I am new here, hello, and I'm joined with Agro, and say hello, Agro.
Hello, Agro.
Good job, you know how to follow coordinations. I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. Right, well, I think it's fairly safe to say that we are both a little bit sort of unperturbed by what's been going on here over the last few minutes. I've certainly seen some insane action by at least one of the teams that we're going to be watching during this match. But I know that you have had a little bit more experience than I have. You've watched the day one as well.
Yeah, I've actually had the privilege, or I guess the luckiness, to watch both teams, sort of, in fact. I covered one of them, which was Team 1, and I watched another, which is Team 7, afterwards. So I know these two teams, I guess, a little bit more than you do, so,
okay, so
I could tell you who can show out and who cannot.
Yeah, give me the benefit of your experience then. Who's the big movers and who's the big chasers?
The big chasers? You mean the big feeders? Because they all feed.
They're all feeding constantly into each other. I can only imagine that's true. So who should we be watching out for here?
Right, on the red side, I have Chase Sands as a pick, or just Chase. Just go by Chase. So he plays a pretty good scout. I don't think... Oh, okay. Looks like we're live, though. We'll talk about that later. looks like Red are electing to run Sniper to mid. This is a surprise. Look at Sai right now. He's rolling out with his trusty pan. I assume we'll get some pan kills along with his sniping abilities. Let's spec him for a second and see what we can get. He tries to snipe the scout here on the crates, then the soldier. He gets a 50 damage and then another 50. The scout is hiding for his life then, and Red are just stuck in their choke. They don't really want to push forward, they want to support the sniper. And Blue are electing to go forward into this. They don't want to give him some room, and yep, Volar does take out the sniper, so... I don't know what was the strat here, because the sniper does need to hit their shots.
I think you were right with that. I think that they were listening along, and not only were we following what the sniper was doing, they were all sat behind the sniper, expecting that to do some damage and make some maneuvers here. They just come off the back of a very successful match where they dominated, and I think they got to the feeling that there was nothing that they could do. They were just going to win, and that actually did not happen. They've lost that midpoint. Quite absolutely pronounced. No effort was made towards trying to capture it. I'm seeing Rindy going in here, taking out the sniper. Rindy, you successful little bugger.
And we also see Black Edge trying to force the medic unsuccessfully, so it is currently a 5v4 to look to see what Red can do. Maybe they can send somebody else or just wait for everybody else to spawn back. It's a stalemate here, so let's go over the teams, shall we? While the teams are just kind of spamming and chokes and not much to cover, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Now Foe's coming in, trying to force the... Oh, he drops him, as I say that, of course.
Caster's Curse!
Of course, as I see no action.
There's never no action, and we can say definitively there's action right now as Lele is pushing in with this Uber, manages to do some damage on Ugg, and gets that kill. Rindy going up against the medic, takes the medic down! Rindy! Spoilers! The spoiler!
Huge picks coming from here, and it looks like an even playing field over here, as we can see Chase trying to fend off a soldier here. He goes back to takes the health pack, and looks like Blue somehow come out victorious despite the very early medic drop.
Yeah, I want to say that that the medic almost played no role in that whatsoever. They had Uber exchange fairly early on, and neither team really kind of capitalized on it. And I don't want to say that either team really did anything victorious. They just kind of maintained the status quo. Now we are seeing Rindy struggling to get round that corner, backed up by their soldier. And they're trying to create an opening for themselves, or maybe they're just going to be a bit of a distraction.
What I like to see from them is usually what teams like to do on process is to try to bait with their flank to try to get their flank to chase you, and then just come with your demo man and just kill the flank instantly with stickies, so they have nowhere to go. And that creates a huge advantage usually for the attacking team to push.
Yeah, and I think both teams are doing this right now. Look, these are new teams in as much as they didn't exist, I'm assuming, before the actual competition itself started. But they do have a mentor feeding them instructions, or have had the mentor feeding them instructions. So they know that there is a strat to be played here. But both teams sadly know the same strat. Trying to make a difference there was Rindy, who did get in and get a kill, but it was a like for like. It was a spy from a scout, and I'm not sure that you can really say that either one of them is better than the other. The blue team are making a push right now. They're pushing it hard and fast, trying to come out of that point, but no! Ooh. Destroyer takes them down.
No, on the other side. Both medics drop their uber charge. That is just You gotta pop those Ubers on both ends, medics. I'm very disappointing in you, but blue team look like they're gonna cap anyways over here. If Nigel can, how do you pronounce his name? Nage Flukan? It was also a conversation topic between yesterday to how to pronounce his name. But he's gonna back out anyways to his team, and looks like we're gonna reset.
No idea how you pronounce their name, but I'm just mildly pleased with myself for managing to say Awalelele as a name by the red team right there, and I'm hoping that I'm not offending someone in a language that I do not understand. Right, so it's been quite stalematey so far. I think these teams are actually fairly evenly matched. They both know what the strats are, and they're going about it differently. The sniper by Sia has not been met by another sniper yet. So perhaps we're going to see something exciting come out of this, but not if both teams just kind of nibble at each other's foodstuffs.
Looks like the red team just saw. Oh, looks like both teams tried to go for the round-a-rooney, as blue team wants to go through PC, and the red team love to go through mid. But blue actually caps the point first, and they pop their Uber in, and Uber exchange coming in. Looks like blue get the best of this Uber though. Their medic runs away into lobby here, and they're gonna carry this momentum with 3 down on red. They have their heavy weapons guy out for red. Now Foe's trying to defend violently, but he fails. So that is a 1-0 after, what was it, like a 5-minute stalemate?
Yeah, it seemed like nothing was happening, and then, as you say, both teams decided to attack at the same points. They kind of almost like the CS:GO kind of thing, where the teams sort of circle around each other. Except, obviously, if you're capping second, it's going to go a lot faster than capping mid. A bit of excitement on mid, as we're seeing once again. There's always excitement on mid. It's what makes mid so exciting. A lovely death throw there by both Ug and Nofos. And now we are seeing Rindy trying to be exceptional again, pushing really quite hard against Saya. Takes down that sniper. Sniper is no longer a threat to this team whatsoever. Blue making decisive moves on that mid, to the massive detriment of the red team, a previously dominant force.
I've been seeing Rindy for the past while now, and he's been pretty focused on just getting those sniper picks. I think that's the 3rd or 4th time he's gotten the sniper in this match already, so he just has this sight set. As we have a little bit of Uber confrontation. Blue hasn't had their Uber yet, but they're in a great position to just take this back. If they could just flash their demo and scout. They got their medic trap, he goes down. Saya gets a nice headshot on the scout though, on second over here. He's just scoped in with a demo right in his face, but he somehow lives as Nefus takes him out. Looks like Red are in a good position to hold this though.
Yeah, they really are. I don't think it was mentioned in the stream as it happened, but I did see a demo man going at it with a bottle and getting a kill there. That was Destroyer, and Destroyer has been fairly instrumental in in the small amounts of success that this red team has had, although not so much to enable them to capture a win. But they are looking like they're going to be putting a push in right now, going through the little offset room there. Is that known as is that computer, or is that the other side? That's sewers.
Yeah,
I'm being reliably informed.
Sewers. Yes, that is sewers. The other side is either called PC or IT.
Right.
And speaking of IT, it looks like Rindy. If that is Rindy, I'm not really sure. Yes, it is. He's gonna go into flank here. No, he's gonna get spotted out by the scout. 1v1, trying to 1v1 the scout. His soldier friend is trying to help chase Rindy out, and he does. So no frags over here. But now I look back in the choke and I see some frags. UG going down. That's a big pick. And Destroyer going down on the other side as well.
Fuller takes for your medic. Fantastic. That is ownage. That is a massive advantage. 85%.
Amazing bomb.
There is going to be nothing that this red team can do to try and push back against this last capture. This blue team is just going to stroll in, seeing heavy, putting down a bit of damage, but it's nothing, and it's all too little, too late.
I was a little bit late on the action over there. I was just focused on the fight in IT, but in choke, it looks like the soldiers got really good advantage and damage on the enemy combo, and I guess that the rest was history. Just clean up frags and then a massive Uber to just push into last with no trouble at all.
Absolutely. Look, they are back to mid. That was a fairly nice maneuver, getting up to mid. There we are. Sia. First time I think we can decisively say that made a conclusive attack on mid. Sniper and red team both getting some major footage on that midpoint right there. Neither team particularly keen to go back into confrontation, not while there are things going on. Licking of wounds and stapling of skin back together as we prepare to make the push on to second. Sia gets a little bit of body shottage action, but not enough to get the kill. There goes the Uber. The Uber is pushing in right now, takes down the medic. Purge and the tin. I hope that somebody can say that, but it doesn't matter. The med has gone down for this red team as well. It is not a foregone conclusion by any respect of Anna coming into the hand, but not being useful at all. It looks like it's all down to Chase. Chase, what can you do on your own? You can get one kill in. That's pretty impressive. What else can you do? Can you get another kill?
He could if he wanted to. If you could see the soldier's weak. Oh, not quite. 18 health. I thought that with the medic down on the blue side, red was going to have an easy game pushing in, but then they just lost focus calls and they just kept dying one by one.
Yep,
and looks like we're just going to reset once again. Blue has a slight ad. I don't know if they know that yet, but looks like
might not anymore.
Oh, it might not anymore. Now Foe's trying to do something, but he doesn't even manage to get out. So then we're just sitting here again. We see a fight with scouts in sewers here. Can they get a little bit of help? No, they just elect to back out and just say hi to each other and bye. It's like a meet and greet.
Speaking of meet and greet, here comes a scout again. No, that was Sia. Sia looks like he's gone away from using the sniper and got into scout action, and doesn't seem to be working out for him quite rightly at the moment. Right, meds
are aware of their slight disad, so but it seems their demo wants to aggress as Destroyer Pro tries to go a little bit too forward, and he gets punished for that. And for that, red just need to back out now. But they want to come back in now, seeing that they have Uber though, but they haven't figured out that blue has Uber too. So blue is gonna have the better Uber here.
They were definitely keen to try and make something from that. There was an Uber exchange, say neither team realistically having any kind of serious advantage. The blue team now sat on that third at the point, waiting for the rest of the team to come in. A couple of exchanges down the hallway. We were, last time we said that there was in this kind of stalemate, we started talking about the teams, and we got about as far as talking about the first player. And I don't think we're realistically going to have another chance to talk about the teams at all, because neither one of these teams seems particularly keen to leave it into a stalemate situation at all. They're definitely putting their lives and souls on the mound to try and progress this match.
We saw the red team trying to be a little bit aggressive towards their flank, and that was exactly what I was talking about. As Sia took out that scout, they just got the go to try to aggress and get more kills, and now Foes actually gets a pick onto Volar in sewers. So that's a fresh start. Maybe they can send somebody or move their sniper a little bit forward to try to get a pick. They know they're in IT right now, so they try to pick and misses. Their scout's really weak in that corner over there. They can only notice, but no, they can't. See, it just goes a little bit too forward and gets taken out. Chase takes down Rindy as well. Ubers are even here, and they get popped very early into sewers here. They're gonna try to come in over here.
Yeah, way too early.
But it looks like, no, they're not gonna get even a force out of their med. They're gonna come back in. Maybe, maybe not. They're not really sure. Their demo's right on the med. He gets a pipe on him. Is he gonna get the follow-up? No! So very close. So
Absolutely.
Very close.
There was a huge opportunity there by Ugg to try and take out that medic. It looks like massive advantage for the red team in terms of Uber. It's about 80% there.
He almost got him. He was on 40 HP. Merg, as I'm gonna call him, the blue medic. Oh, looks like he's gonna get a little bit of cleanup over here as Chase tries to finish him off, but yeah, you gotta do that together, man. If you wanna succeed. Look, but Red Rover's gonna. I don't know if they got forced or they decided to come in with a solo demo, but nice shot on Black Axe over there.
It was indeed an air shot. That's what we like to see. Those are the action points. Those are the moments where you know this game is playing to its fullest advantage. Right, hold. It is the final hold on the final points. Now Foes is cleaning up a little bit right there as he scoots his way back in to pick up big health. So the action has kind of stalemated on this second to last, on the very last point. Med has been spotted by Aralala, and they are waiting to see if they can take advantage of this in some conceivable fashion to get out from there themselves. Uber has been popped. Pyro is holding it back as much as possible, but not good enough. They are now in. They've put themselves on the line. They're pushing hard, but blue team has been utterly and completely, with the exception of Volar, with the exception of one person on 49 health, has been utterly destroyed. That was the least successful push I think I've witnessed so far today.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. It looks like they really weren't ready to push. They were in this uncomfortable situation where they were forced into a bad pop, and they didn't get enough info whether they were running a sentry and stuff.
An Uber has been blown. They are now pushing their way into mid. They're not willing to give up any ground. Destroyer pushing in hard and fast. Takes down Vola.
Oh no, well, we got a back cap, a double back cap. Both scouts on last. They're all capping them. Oh, this is a shame. Oh, you gotta watch the flanks over there. It looks like a 1v2 if Saya can get there. No, he can't. Oh, that is unfortunate.
That was extreme. I'm so glad you pointed that out. I missed that entirely and completely. That was evilness at its highest level. There was nothing worse, nothing less, I don't know, human than a back cap. That's the kind of a move that a spy makes. And seeing it be made by two perfectly reasonable scouts, that's just degrading the game right there. But it's effective. Yeah. Boy, is it ever effective. As much as I hate it, it's still effective, and if it's still winning, it's still winning.
Now Saya's moved away from the sniper this time around on the mid fight. Oak gets a nice kill. He gets taken down in return. Blue somehow gets advantage over here, but they're super weak over here. They're forced to back out over here with just a medic and soldier to boot. All the way to last, I would assume. Yeah, that's where they're going. A little bit of a confusion to where their med wants to go, but yeah, they got the right idea.
They definitely had a feeling there. They're hovering around second, thinking maybe we should hang out here. But I think they took the right decision. Although now we're seeing now Foes throwing some rockets on them, seeing where they can get them to pop their Uber. There's no real advantage here for either team. But right, there goes Chase. I think he missed his jump.
Yeah, maybe missed it now. He just got blown back by the pyro to the wall, and you gotta love pyro mains, you know? You know, after they blast it to the wall and stop your movement, it is very fun to play against.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that stifled Red's push over there, and because Blue had their Uber as well. Look at Oog trying to go by himself, trying to work the medic. He got a pipe already. If he can finish him off, that'd be nice. Nope. But no, he gets taken out. But oh, Voller with a nice finish off. And yeah, now Red are really reluctant to not hold this second point anymore after they lose their only reliable healing source.
This is what we were talking about before when we were saying that you got to play together. You can't.
Oh, look at Saya.
Look at two-man combo on your own.
Trying to aggro peek their medic on second, but he knows. He's just hiding for dear life over here. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that was a little bit tense.
Sneaky sniper action. I think most of this game seems to have been rolling around the idea that if you could do something bad and it works, it's not bad.
We see some trades going on here. 2 people going down for Blue, and we see a lot of
Chase can use the mid.
Yeah.
A couple of nibble. Whether or not he actually gets to win this, I don't know. There's definitely a lot of aggression against him. Oh,
he gets taken out with an arrow. And now Blue should be able to stack this point and deny as many spawns as possible. They should be able to deny at least 2 of them, which is the smart play over here. So now they can push in with Uberad and Oog going a little bit too deep though, and that's really what you shouldn't do. But they pop Uber anyway, see what they get. They get the medic, which is a nice consolation. Nykel gets 2 picks over there. Volo gets another pick over there. Red Soldier trying to come in and finish something off, but that doesn't work either. So only Chase left to defend Blast, and he's right on that pyro. They look to defend Blast over here. They want to push in right away and not wait for full Uber over here. Let's see what they get. Chase is actually defending really well, trying to blast away those rockets, and Stickies are on the point. The Scout comes in, the Soldier comes in, they both die. Rindy's hiding behind the barrels over here. Yeah, you see him? I see him.
He's definitely getting himself in position. Sees that Chase is on his own right now. He's going to sneak around. He doesn't really need that much time. Goes up against Chase. Takes a couple of shots at him. And nope, Rindy is down. Chase did a stand-up job defending that last point. So important at this stage in the game when there's so much on the line. You can't afford to let any one of these points just go away. Not when you're so badly in the trench. An exchange happening here at second though.
Chase also added a bamboozled comment after that exchange, which I found hilarious. Oh, there was an Uber exchange and a lot of frags going out on Blue, and wow, I did not even notice that.
Absolutely.
It's just an absolute wipe, 4-0. Things not looking good for Team 1 right now. I'm sorry to say.
By my guesstimates, there's about sort of 10 minutes, maybe 8 minutes left on the clock before this is all over for these teams. If it is humanly possible for this team, the red team, to make up not only the score but possibly go for the win, I do not think so. So I'm saying it's for the logs right now, but neither team is going to be able to sit on their laurels. And if there's going to be a massive win by one team or the other, they want to earn it. And make their place and position known upon this land.
Red team are off to a very good start. They lose their scout and demo pretty much immediately, and they're forced to back out. Sky's back on that sniper, and he's trying to get pick. Oh, he gets a body shot on Rindy. That's a nice. Oog goes in. Wow, he has an act for overextending here by himself. Oh, he gets a pipe onto their sniper, and he's still alive for some reason, and he drops. He drops spoiler. What?
That was incredibly effective. I can only say that there was no one that was able to put in as much damage right then at that point. And this is where you start crying. This is where you think, not only are we 4 down and there's not a huge amount of time on the clock, if these guys get 5, then we don't just die, we die in a humiliation.
Has a sightline on their medic if they're not careful. Wow, that was pretty close, but to no avail. A backcap is starting on second over here, so they can stall it out. Saya gets a pick onto Black Axe. Oh no, looks like their Uber is actually going to stifle a little bit from losing players, and the back cap is actually going to succeed. Foes solo capping and taking out Merc. So I guess they have some life left in them, but the clock is ticking down, less than 7 minutes remaining, and losing their demo is not a great start. Let me say that. Look at Nigel just trying to juke the enemy defense, and he tries to 1v1 the Pyro, gets chased down very low, but yeah, Chase just pulls out the flames without aiming. Look at the red team trying to go forward over here by themselves. Both soldiers, yeah, they went a little bit too aggro. So is their sniper out of position. Chase is also wanted to get some of the action, but thinks, nah, maybe I should protect my medic this time around and maybe go all the way back. Go all the way back. Yeah, they're going all the way back. So
absolutely. I mean, you having put in such a hell of a force there to try and defend that last point, it seems a shame to give it away so easily. Chase is giving nothing away, staying in Pyro form. It's been so desperately successful. There comes the Uber. They're pushing out now onto second. Is there anyone that can stop this incredible force? I do not know, but I'm kind of expecting the bit of a back cap to happen. I'm seeing Rindy right now is sneaking around. They can't quite pull off a back cap until they've killed other people. So, I think they're just happy to kind of like park the bus on mid and not really do any pushing, although they can't.
Oh my god, they don't see the force into IT, they force their medic. Good thing he popped though, but it's in a pretty bad position with just a scout left to pocket his medic. He does make a bit of work from it by taking down the sniper. But now they're forced back into this ad, but they did waste a little bit of time. Red need to hurry to at least salvage some points. I do not see them coming back to even tie this game at this rate. But yeah, no, especially not now as their demo comes out. Oh! The red medic actually gets a saw and pops just before he gets killed. So
that's not the first time that Spoiler's done that, though. I think I saw earlier Spoiler get a saw in and get a percentage up on their Uber. Not the world's worst medic. Get a bit of a combat medic stuff going on there, but it has proved to be effective, at least in saving himself. Now they're making a push onto the second. Speaking about making a change and making a difference, that is super
with
effective.
The medic on the back line and nobody even noticed. That is such a detriment now to the Red, trying to at least salvage maybe a point or two on the scoreboard. But now, looks like Sayaj is trying to get revenge, but he's trying to focus the 300 health soldier, and that's not going to work out for him, man.
No,
Chase trying to follow suit, and that's not working either on the Pyro v Pyro. And it's very confusing on what they want to do over here.
Well, I was hoping that they were going to keep Pyro going for the entirety of this round. It does seem Chase has had some incredible success, but they have changed it out. Chase has gone back to being a scout. Let's see if that is something that's going to pay out for them. Do not know.
Coming in, he was very weak on that exchange. He goes down for his life over there. Even though blue team are sporting a decent Uber advantage, they are losing players left and right, but they need the pop. They drop a lot of players for that force, and now they need to back out. The red team need to back out. Oh, look at Saya. Nobody noticed. Oh, he nearly gets that point. He was like above their heads for a second over there. That was a close call for the blue. Do not really.
Speaking of close calls of blue, a person takes down medic, and that Spoiler down in the dust again. Unfortunate times for a red team. They are so close to making this their points, but they've got to do some work, and there's just not enough players up to make that happen.
No.
A reflect, the perfect Pyro move gets a kill right there.
You gotta learn not to shoot at the Pyro there in those situations. Red as a whole needs some restraint as they're going in one by one and not accomplishing much. They just need to like calm down, settle down. Oh, I see Chase on the heavy here walking to IT. Heavy weapons guy, the Poot is coming out, which is a weird absolve. I think he saw the Pyro and he just wants him. Yeah, that's it. That's why he wanted to go heavy. Heavy counters Pyro, of course. And I guess that's not a bad idea, as they're taking this in, and Heavy's just cleaning up house. And they actually get a point on the board, so a little bit of momentum going into next round, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
I don't see
it counts.
Yeah,
it
does count.
It's not nothing, and being able to get those last final kills in with a bottle as well, it makes you feel good. And it's not about sort of... I think for this team, it's not about winning this match. I don't think they've got any chance whatsoever of winning this match. It's about knowing that they are still a useful team and they have got something to offer this competition, and that they're not just going to go and stick their tail between their legs and call it a night and sop home.
Yeah, that's right, especially considering that they're not eliminated from this tournament yet. They're just dropped down to the lower brackets, where they'll have a chance at redemption, hopefully. Hold on, as we see some more action. They're actually getting some more momentum now, as they're winning this mid-fight convincingly here. Only Volar left alive.
Not even Volar left alive at the final.
Yeah.
That's it. They have got a couple of feet on this ground, hollow ground of the seconds to last. I think they're going to have some feet on the very final point as well. Not sure anyone is going to be available to do a serious defense. And no, I think this is the feeling they wanted to have all along. Absolutely, they still need to actually cap it though. You can't call it your win until you've capped it.
Looks like they are going to do that. Oh, not until Vola gets a kill, but Spoiler's the only one alive, and he caps the point. So yeah, two convincing rounds, but it's not enough to change the final score. It's gonna still be a loss for Team 1, but they should be at least very satisfied with how they performed in the last 2 rounds, and hopefully they can manage to do better once they reach their upcoming match in the lower brackets.
Yeah,
As time ticks to a close here, 5 seconds now.
Yep.
And it's just for logs, basically.
For the logs.
To saw, and yeah, that's it. So,
I think
yeah.
Vola's going to get a few notches on their log right there. That was kind of a nice little finish. But look, yeah, you're absolutely right. The teams, the winners and the losers have been chosen by fate as much as circumstance. In that particular round, Blue Team just being so incredibly dominant.
Yep, I'm taking a look at the logs as we speak, and I'm gonna sort it out by damage, I think, as more importantly than kills. We can see on blue side, if I don't know if White, if you got the logs up on the screen yet. It's on screen. Excellent job. I am so proud of you. Volar leading Team 7 for most damage on Soldier with 22 kills, 14 assists, a healthy kill assist death ratio with 320 DPM, which is really nice. Oog coming in, though dying a lot, which meant, I mean a lot. I saw that very, very eye-opening, where he just overextends maybe a little bit too much to my liking, which maybe explains the deaths, but he also did put in some nasty pipe work as well. So what else do you see?
And it's worth pointing out, Saya has got almost... I think they need to extend the logs a little bit further for the number of classes that Saya tried to play during that. Was that a sniper, scout, engineer, pyro, and heavy at one point? And it's just a ridiculous number of off-classing there. And I think if that had paid out, if the sniper had paid out for him, like it did in the previous match, then that would have been amazing. But it wasn't paying out for him. And I think reverting back to Scout in that case, staying with the default may have been the safer option. Looking at these two medics, the deaths for them were pretty much even. Did they get kills themselves in and of their own rights? Spoiler,
yes, they have. I saw a few arrow plays, maybe a saw play or two. Yeah, it happened, definitely. Maybe we weren't looking and it was like a finish off kill, nothing too impressive, but like, a kill is a kill. You can't really argue with results.
Having anything higher than 0-0, that's impressive. 5 and 2, that's too impressive. That is way more than it should be for a well-oiled and well-constructed team that knows how to keep their med alive and working with the med. I think there was just too many opportunities there to get a knife in and the occasional twist as well. That was a pretty furious match, and I want to see. I don't know about you. I want to see these two teams face off again because I think that in a different map, in a different circumstance, in a different mindset, it would have been a much closer match than it appeared to be right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it was any indication at the start of the tremendous stalemate that we had going on, it was shaping up to be a very even match. But Blue had just had the slighter edge when it came to picking their spots, their positioning, their timing of when they wanted to go and who they wanted to send over, and it looked a tiny bit cleaner on their side, on especially during pushing. While Red was a little bit focused on the killing aspect, and they didn't really do that too well compared to Blue, and their pushes were a little bit less organized. I feel.
Yeah, it seems like they're reacting to the circumstances a little bit better, knowing when to take to push the advantages they've got and to push harder into the other team. But I mean, this was the match of sneaky backcaps, of double scout, hiding out and going for that backcap. That's what I'm going to take away from this match. That this is a sneaky, a decisive team that is probably the one to beat. Certainly from what I've seen so far.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, and I'm not sure if this is the team to beat because I haven't seen all of the teams that this cup has to offer, but they do truly look like strong contenders heading into the round 3 of the upper bracket. So we'll see who topples who, and if they manage to get dethroned as your favorite Agro. So.
I wouldn't say favorite, but yeah, if I had money on them, I would be I'd be quite happy at this point. Right, I think that speaking of going into round 3, we should leave it there for the time being until we actually have a chance to come back and watch the round 3 in person. That will be happening very soon. It's been wonderful talking with you, Regen, though. Thank you very much for coming in.
Oh, yeah, surely. I appreciate it. I will see you in 2 hours. Ginger Liam is going to replace me during the next hour, so you can look forward to that. And we will see you in quite a short time. Peace out.
Take care. See you very soon.
Away!